are almost at the end of today's proceedings, and after that, for those of you who are here with us, there will be a networking cocktail. Just a couple of housekeeping points, and then I want to introduce our speakers who are going to reflect with me a little bit on what we have heard today. Just to say, a little top tip someone gave me. If there are parallel sessions going on and you're trying to decide which one you want to attend, but you can't quite work out what's going on at the same time, if you click on one of the parallel sessions and you swipe left, you will automatically go to the other ones. Just a little tip someone gave me that might help you when you're planning your personalized agenda. When it comes to reflecting on what we've heard about, just to remind you as well, session recordings, everything has been recorded, and tomorrow, the sessions of today will be on the conference platform. And as I said this morning, they will be there till March, so plenty of time to catch up. There will also be a summary of each day available on the escaide website and on social media the next day. And I just wanted to remind you, because you may all rush away at the end of the daily wrap-up, bar camp. If you, I love it, every time I say bar camp, someone makes that noise. If you want to suggest a topic, it's your session. It's where you discuss what you want to talk about. If you want to suggest a topic or vote for a topic, just a reminder, please do it. You have until lunchtime tomorrow to give the organisers time then in the afternoon to put everything together. So please do get your suggestions in. So, as I say, this is going to be a very short session and it's going to be a very informal session. We just wanted to reflect a little bit on what we have heard today. I'm delighted to welcome, and please do come and join me, Carla Molina Grana, who is a PhD student at the Centre for Health Emergencies of the Bruno Kessler Foundation in Trento in Italy, and also the Department of Mathematics at the University of Trento. Great to have you with us, Carla. Pick any seat.
Next to you.
Very good. Also welcome Henok Kebede Ejigu, who is a spatial epidemiologist. You see, I did it again. Last year, I had trouble with this word, and I've just done it. Epidemiologist. A very warm welcome in the WHO country office for Ethiopia. And Diederik Brandvogt, who is MD Communicable Disease Control in the National Institute for Public Health and the Environment, RIVM, in the Netherlands. Welcome to you, Diederik, as well. So Andrea, when we started this morning, talked very much about the importance of escaide and how she felt it was becoming more and more important because of this need to work together. She said, together we can change many things. Let me just ask you, Carla, for you, you've been moving around the conference today, listening to the presentations, watching it. What would you highlight in particular and why?
I would say 2 points. Like the first one, as you said, importance of collaboration. Like I work in mathematical modeling with epidemic models, and without doctors, without AI, for example, or other fields, we wouldn't have the same outcomes. And a bit related with that as well, the fact that the need of also other experts, like social experts, behavioral experts, to be able that our research goes farther and reaches more people.
So that multidisciplinary approach is absolutely crucial. For you, Henok, what would you particularly highlight about day one?
Quite a lot of things, to be honest. Starting from the very last presentation, so the importance of AI and the digital world proliferation. So we can benefit quite a lot if we're very much cautious about its bad side. So the opportunity is there. So in a way, by quoting again from one of the presenters, so AI is good, but only if we can manage the bad of it. So I took that one, and again from the prevention side, from the morning plenary session as well. So, of course, I heard them calling it the boring and the not sexy part of investment, especially for the politicians, so not for the...
Just following up on what you said about AI, were you one of, I don't know whether you voted in the poll that said, how confident do you feel that you will be able to use it effectively? Were you in the, I think it was 89% of the room who said, no, I'm not confident at all. Were you in that group?
Yeah, of course. I mean, the whole world is on that kind of dilemma. But definitely, we'll be moving to address those gaps by taking trainings and definitely, I mean, the other modalities as well. So
Thank you. Thank you very much. Diederik, would you highlight similar things, or did something else strike you
Well,
today?
something different. This is my fifth escaide attending, but the previous time was 5 years ago. So I've seen many people, met them today after a 5-year period. So it's really nice to networking in person in an informal atmosphere. It's really cool, and seeing friends back you haven't seen for many years. And yeah.
So that interaction, not only in the sessions, and we've seen a great deal of it, huge number of questions and comments in all the sessions, but so important that person-to-person contact in the breaks, at the networking cocktail, which I presume you will be attending for that reason. Did you identify from this, Diederik, as your fifth, you said, your fifth escaide? Any clear takeaways, things that actually might have an impact on the way you work when you go back?
Well, in the beginning, there was the session on prevention, and I always learned there were 3 types of prevention: primary, secondary, and tertiary. And I learned there's a primordial prevention and also a quaternary prevention. And during the surveillance section, there was a nice presentation. I think it's from Neil Cunningham on the normally principle in infectious diseases. You have a sick patient and you look back what happens and how got he infected. But he showed, well, you can also look on the other way around, start with factors that might making people sick and have your influence on that. I think that was really a nice view on the problem.
Thank you. Enoch, is there anything that you will take away that might influence public health actions when you return home?
indeed, of course. Yeah, we have been cruising through the different scientific advancements that people are presenting, also showcasing, I mean, the application of the existing tools, and by even beefing it up with more enhanced technological sites as well. So definitely, we can take that up in our works back home when we go back home. And of course, we also learned, I mean, quite a lot of things. So personally, I learned quite a lot, and definitely I will be learning again in the coming days of the workshop. So by taking this, I will definitely share the skills or the briefings that I've got here, I mean, to the colleagues back in the office. Luckily, we have a platform of, I mean, the peer knowledge exchange platform back home. Whenever any one of us in the team attend workshops, conferences, or any kind of training, so we share skills to the colleagues who are covering our works, I mean, whenever we're kind of away, so.
And Carla, from your perspective, I know you're going to present, by the way, on Friday, I think it is.
Friday.
Because you're a recipient of the Escaide funding initiative. For you, are there concrete takeaways that you will take back into your studies at the moment? And more broadly, has this conference met your expectations so far? Why did you want to come, apart from telling people about the marvelous work you're doing? What drove you to want to apply to come to the conference?
I think it's a really renowned conference, really important, really known by everyone working in the field. It's like an honor to be here. And I'm in a stage that I'm just trying to learn, listening, taking input from everyone, looking at the different approaches. I think I'm bringing a lot from
I was going to say, so has it so far
it's
met your expectations?
Yeah, so far, yeah.
So far. And what will you be presenting on Friday?
What
will you be talking about?
Okay, we work on a Bayesian reconstruction model that we try to reconstruct the transmission of SARS-CoV-2 between kids in schools, and therefore takeaways from that model on how did it transmit, how much percentage, the secondary cases it produced, and under which measures were like more key in the policies that were implemented.
Just one question sort of relating, we talked about takeaways and how it would influence the way you work, and we began to talk in that last session about how AI might impact on training, on competence assessment, and so on. Do you feel, Diederik, that things you are hearing here, do you think we need to change the way that we're working? Are we going to need new skills? Do you feel, listening to these discussions, actually competence base is changing? How will it affect the way you will work, not just what you work on?
Well, if it could at least help us skipping all the administrative stuff we have to do, that would really help a lot, and then we can finally do the things that we want to do. But I think during COVID, we tried to participate more the patients as well, for example, in case and contact tracing. Many times we as public health professionals want to do all the work, but we think the patients can do the work as well. They can provide us their information. That saves a lot of work and makes your case and control much more effective. And
just on that point, Carla, do you think, as you're now still a PhD student, but do you think this is going to change the way you and your colleagues and future students will be prepared to enter this world? And if so, how does it need to change to make you able to take advantage of all these things?
Yeah, I believe it will change. I don't know enough, and I want to learn way more, but yeah, as he said, administrative staff or processing big data, like while doing research, we have to read a bunch of papers, collect lots of data, and process a lot of data, and new tools and new research and new discoveries that are coming are going to help.
Yeah.
For sure.
And linked to that, Henok, we had lots of concerns in the last session about equitable access, but also about, the training of people in order to be able to benefit from these new technologies, from AI and so on. When you listen to that debate about equity and coming from Ethiopia, do you think we are doing enough to address that challenge? And how can we ensure that these great advances in technology do benefit everyone and don't end off being used extensively by predominantly rich countries?
Yeah, I think...
So it's the biggest question of the lot.
Yeah. True. I mean, this development of the AI in the digital world is going to affect more on the community that we have on the other side of the Mediterranean Ocean. Definitely, because the preparedness, the training is not there, the advancement. So we need, I think, a very strong collaboration between the institutions, like the European CDC. I heard this morning a briefing from one of the guys out there. So those two have, the European CDC have a strong, establishing a strong collaboration with the African CDC as well. So that's a very good initiative to transfer that kind of knowledge or whatever good practices to also benefit us on the other side. It's not only that one as well. So the WHO's team, which is being led by Chikwe, that's also another responsible organization from the WHO line, to transfer that one to the other world as well, because WHO exists in every country and works with the host countries, right? So that's also another mechanism, but definitely there is a big need for collaboration on the
Very good.
institutes.
Which echoes where we started with Carla. A very final, last, very quick question. You're here in person. What would you say to encourage others who maybe are just watching us online this time, but thinking about maybe I should go next time, particularly where I'm missing the attractions of Barcelona.
They are missing
They're missing the
cocktail.
cocktail. But what would you say briefly to all of you, and Diederik, it's your 5th time, what would you say to colleagues to encourage them to come and join this community?
Yeah, it's
Carla.
never the same experience living it online. I also attended different conferences online. In person, the opportunity you have to meet, to connect, to build collaborations, you will not have it as easily online.
Yeah,
So,
there are opportunities to connect, but it's not the same, you would say.
Yeah.
Would you encourage colleagues to come?
Absolutely, absolutely. So I love professional or scientific congregation like this one. I have another hat, which is the geospatial community that I have been participating as well. So this is a very good forum to learn more about from people's experiences, rich one, from the senior guys who have been doing, quite a lot of things, and those who have learned, from their mistakes and so. So the lessons learned can be a very good opportunity for the juniors to learn from the seniors. And the one thing that I love most from this kind of this workshop is the organization. Not only that one as well. also the mix of the audiences,
Yeah.
the seniors and the juniors. That's, I mean, the beauty of this thing.
Thank you very much. Dietrich, a final word from you as a veteran, if I may call you that, after 5 escaides. What would you say to others about why they should come?
Yeah, we'll definitely go because it's. I was online last year. It's really different. If you have a question for a presenter, of course you can ask it by the chat function, but ask it in real life. You can ask directly more information. And also in between the presentations, got in touch with other people, ask how they've done their research. It gives more opportunities for information.
So, thank you all very much. I'm glad you've enjoyed day 1. I hope you enjoy the rest and good luck for Friday. Thank you to all of you for a great day of discussion, so many questions.